So Michael, here is a quick video on how to set up a preset on the Helix. I'm doing it on my phone, so it may be a little jerky. So here's a preset that I'm in for the song 1000 Tongues. I want to create a new preset. Let's go to, these are all the presets here. 606A, which is this button right here. You look here. The box of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom are these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons here and 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons here. So I'm going to go to 6A. I hit A. Now I'm in a new preset. First thing I want to do is add an overdrive pedal. So I come to this little dial, and the easiest way to do it is push the dial down. Here's all the effects available in the menu. First thing I want to do is put a compressor. So I go into dynamics. I go into mono or stereo. Right now it's going to be mono because the guitar is coming straight in. And the compressors that they have is a deluxe compressor that's like a multi-band compressor. The red squeeze, which is the exact red compressor that people see out on the market all the time. I like this 3-band compressor. It's another multi-band compressor. So we select that, boom. So it's set up. The guitar, when it goes in, is going to go, when the guitar is going to go in, then the first thing it's going to hit is a compressor. Then I move this little joystick over here. I move it over one. Let's add an overdrive pedal, which is under the distortion. Here's distortion. I'm still mono at this point. There's a number of different overdrives that they give you. This Scream 808, it's hard to see on screen, but it's called a Scream 808. That's the Ibanez Tube Screamer. Compulsive Drive is the Full Tone OCD. And then there's a whole bunch more as you go down. There's fuzz pedals. And just flat out bit crusher. That's just a very saturated overdrive. So let's do the Scream 808, which is the same as a Ibanez Tube Screamer. Hit that, boom. Now the overdrive's there. Let's select a amp model, or let's put a volume pedal in. Come all the way down to volume/pan. Hit that. I'm still mono. Let's do, instead of pan, let's do volume pedal. So there's a volume pedal. Let's click on it again and let's put an amp in there now. And you can choose an amp all by itself, or usually you have to pair that with a cabinet all by itself, or you can do a combination amp plus cabinet if you don't want to mix and match. If you want to, let's do an amp plus a cabinet. Guitar, not a bass guitar. And like the 100 amp, the 100 watt amp that's at the top is a model of what the Who used to use. These Tweeds, it's hard to see, but there's some Tweed amplifiers that are like Fender Blues type amps. There's American Deluxe, like the Fender Deluxe amps. There's a Dr. Z type amp. There is a AC30 if you want a Vox type amp. There's some matchless amplifiers. Here's the orange, like an orange 80 watt standard orange amplifier. And because I chose the amp plus cabinet model, not only is it going to give me the orange amplifier, but it's going to get the standard 4x12 cabinet that the orange amp is typically paired with when you buy them in the stores. So that's an amp plus a cabinet. As you notice on here, as I select and move the joystick, this is the amp plus a cabinet, and these are all the parameters. And you can see there's 4 pages of parameters for the amplifier. Drive, bass, mid, treble, presence, volume, master volume, and then sag, hum, ripple, bias, and bias X. and I don't know what FAC is. But then on the 4th page, it gives you some, for the 4x12 speaker cabinet, it allows you to choose what kind of microphone, what kind of distance you're positioning the microphone at. If you want to cut out the lows like a high-pass filter, or you want to cut out the highs, a low-pass filter. And then if you want it to sound like the microphone is picking up reflections off of walls in the room, you can turn how much reflection impact is in your signal. So that's amp plus cabinet. Now from there on out, typically you want to run out stereo effects. So we want to put in a digital delay. Here's delay. And the digital delays, I always run them in stereo. You've got a simple delay, which is a digital delay. You've got a modulated delay, or that's like an analog delay. And then you've got a whole bunch of other delays that are just incredible. So let's just pick a digital delay. And then at the end, we want to add some spring reverb. So let's go down to reverb, stereo. And we're going to add a 63 spring reverb effect, which is just like a Fender spring reverb. And you have a pretty generic preset already set up. All I do is come up here and hit save. It'll allow me to change the name. You change the name by using the joystick, and it's really pretty simple. Jew preset. It's Jew preset, baby. And you hit save. Oh, but if you notice, none of the buttons are lit up. So let's use the joystick and let's assign different effects to different foot switches. So what I do is select the effect I want to turn on and off with a foot switch. So right now I want to turn on and off the tube screamer, and I want to use this button here. So I highlighted it with the joystick. Now I touch this button and I say OK. Oop, got to do it faster. I was a little slow. And now, boom, that tube screamer is turned on and off from this button. Let's line up the delay with another button. Let's put it here. Done. And turn it on and off. Have a great day. End of video. It's the Helix LT. Helix LT. Go buy it.